Yeah. Let me jump on my Facebook and not figure out how to unlock it because for whatever reason, when I broadcast on there, it makes it private. So I have to go make it unprivate. So let's see here. Let me edit privacy. Okay, I think I did it. I don't know. All right. So if y'all are here, let me know. Let me just tell you first and foremost that I am sleepy. Okay. I am sleepy. For whatever reason. Uh-oh. I didn't mean that. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that works too. I don't even know how I did that. Okay, so let me make sure I'm live on my Facebook page. I'm kind of low energy. All right, I am live on Facebook. I'm kind of low energy. I'm just tired. I'm so tired, but I've been pushing myself and going. And so hopefully tonight I will get some good rest. So today we're going to chat. But before we even chat, I want to go ahead and roll my little clip so I can wait for people to come in. All right, hold on. Let me get this right. I'm telling y'all, I need to take a nap.
This video has been made possible by House of Oya Botanica, your one-stop shop for all of your spiritual needs. And if you're checking us out on Facebook, don't forget to heart, follow, and share this broadcast out. And if you are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as well. All right, thanks for tuning in and on with the show.
Yay, I'm back. So today, I hear my toddler screaming. Who knows what he's screaming about? Today, I do not have a guest. You have the pleasure of having just me today. And like I said, I'm really low energy, but I'm trying to get myself pumped up because I'm really excited to be here. I'm just sleepy. But we are going to do some readings. I had a comment that I think I put, oh yeah, I did pin it down there at the bottom right here, where if you want to ask a question, get some insight or clarity on something, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. And if by the time we get done with this, if we have like a line, donations are always welcomed. I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and probably got some other stuff that I don't even remember. But while we are doing that, you can drop them in the comments. Let me know if you're here. Let me know where you're calling in from. God knows I'm not a radio station. Let me know where you're joining from, and we'll get on with it. But before we get into readings and things, I do have some new products that I'm really, really excited to share because I have been utilizing them, and I've seen how much of a big help they have been in my life. And so I want to extend it out to everyone else because a lot of people are not aware. These are some things that I just kind of threw into. I think my daughter is screaming at me. I'm on live. Okay. These are products that have really helped me, and I want to extend it out to the public because, these are things that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. So before we even get into that, I want to not before we get into that, we're going to get into it right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off and show you all what this is. This is, you see that? You see that? So this is a Legba necklace and charm. This is very interesting. So I actually keep him on my altar hung up. I have a nail. I'm going to turn my camera if you can see my little table over there. I'm still working on that altar, so don't judge me. But I do have some rum down there. And yeah, I have a nail in the wall. So this is not just like something that you just walk around and, it can be a fashion piece, but it's really not just that, because if you can tell, this is three-dimensional and there are certain things that are inside of there that I can't tell you. It's a secret. It is made with real leather though, real leather, real cowrie shells, because, sometimes that can be a little tricky to find because you don't know if you're finding something that is fake. But this is Legba, right? So if you're not familiar with Legba, let me take this back off. I don't even know why I put it back on. If you're not familiar with Legba, you may have heard of him under the other names like Papa Legba, E Legba, Elegua, Eshu, kind of the same dynamic of the same, different dynamics of the same spirit. But if you have never worked with any of those aspects of the spirit, of the Elegua spirit or Legba, etc., then he is responsible for opening and closing doors, right? Responsible for opening and closing doors, also road opening work, right? And so like with this charm, whenever you want to activate working with him, then you would take either cigarette smoke or cigar smoke and blow it on him. And then you will also put rum, right? You'll pour a little bit of rum. And so I have asked him to come with me today while I got on live to definitely be here. And one thing I want to talk about just a little bit is that if y'all have been following my journey, you have noticed that I do have green things on my shot for Elegua. And green is fine because a lot of times people do sell other colors for their Orishas, especially if you want to ask them for certain things. But his colors are red and black. So that is just for everyone to know, red and black, red and black, red and black. And very interesting spirit to work with. Legba is the older, more wiser, more mature aspect of Elegua, right? That's my understanding. But one thing too is that you can find Legba, Elegua, Eshu, Papa Legba. You can find this same spirit really kind of across the different paths. I know like in Hoodoo, people work with Papa Legba quite a bit. And Voodoo, Luau, Luau, I always say it kind of wrong. But you can find Legba, of course, in like Ifa, Elegua. But the Keeper of the Crossroads, train tracks, that's where I sat on like this defunct train track. This was a couple of years ago and literally just sat there digging dirt, just digging dirt. And I still have some of the dirt, like I sifted it to make sure it was finely grained. So if you ever get any products with dirt in it, that's what it is, because I went to the train tracks and I sat there and I dug in there to get it. But this is, you can also use, if you're not sure, or if you've never used like a pendulum, or if you are familiar with pendulums, you can use this like a pendulum as well. And as you can see, the moving, sorry, even though I didn't answer a question, it's probably because I just hung it up there, but you can use it as a pendulum. And what better communicator of answers than Legba because of the doors and opportunities that he can bring. And so literally this is like a physical representation, physical as far as seeing representation of Legba, but the spirit, yes, is inside. And so that's when you activate it. That's why I said it's like the spirit as well as the physical representation, but it's activated with the smoke and the rum. So this is on my Etsy shop. I will go ahead and throw, maybe I'll throw my, there we go, my link. Okay, so that is my link. That is in my Etsy shop. So yes, that's pretty cool. I have been working with him for a while now, and I'll tell you this, like if you do readings, that's going to segue into the next charm, but if you do readings, then this is something that's going to be really helpful for you. Like I went to a private event, and I was like, okay, let me let Leopard come with me and see what we can do together. And it was very fun. It was very amazing. Like the information, sometimes I'm not gonna lie with you. So sometimes when doing readings, yes, it can be like, okay, it could be hard, it could be easy, just depending on the energy of the person. But also if you may throw in like some drinking at the same time. So he kind of keeps you on track, but it was fun. So that's going to segue into my next item, which is also mine, but it is available. You'll find the link down there from my Etsy shop there. This right here is a dream charm. Okay, it's a dream and psychic charm. And I don't wear these all day, every day. I only wear it when I'm getting ready to either do readings or if I need just like a little extra boost and whatever. But typically, you don't really actually normally wear this one. This is something that you take and you activate it through your full name and your mother's name. You hold it in your hand, and you put it under your pillow. And so it's like a consultation device. It's like a consultation device where you take it, you hold it in your hand, you put it under your pillow. Well, I'm sorry, you take it, you hold it in your hand, you activate it, you ask a question, you put it under your pillow. And so as you're dreaming at night, you'll get the answer to your question. And so I have noticed a huge difference between using this and then just asking the question regularly before I go to bed, because sometimes I tend to do that. But this charm right here, in combination with, I have something, I should have brought it in here, but I forgot to bring it in here. There's a little tiny bottle that I have on my shop, also called Dream Total Recall. When you combine this with that Total Recall, it, like, I'm telling you, it blows your mind. Because I would wake up and I would be having these dreams. Like, this is weird. Like, this was a few weeks ago. I ended up waking up and having this dream. I did not set an intention, so it was just kind of open to the universe to tell me whatever it was. But I dreamed of this new show with Tay Diggs. And then, like a few days later, a friend had sent me, like, oh, he does have this new show. And there were some other details. So I was like, what? Why did I need to know that? But that's because I wasn't clear to the universe on what I needed them to tell me. So I was like, okay, well, that's cool. Thank you. Now I know that it works. But if you were to use like this charm in combination with the recall, you put a little bit on your third eye, which actually helps to decalcify the third eye. And if you know anything about the pineal gland and how it works, and how it helps you to see and hear and sense other information outside of the physical senses, then just know that the pineal gland does all that. It's pretty cool, right, Tom? I see you coming in on Facebook. Thank you for dropping in the comments. Yeah, so all of these items, and especially from our readers and the people that help others, and you might have some type of block that is in your way from really truly receiving the information that you need, then you want to get this Legba charm for the doors to be open. You want to get this dream charm, and then you also want to get the recall, which I forgot to bring the bottle in here with me. But yes, these are some of the things that I'm just like so fascinated with, right? Because I can't tell you how much these things have really and truly helped me, right? Because I really can't. There's no words to it. There's no words to it. And so we're going to go on to some other products, which, let me show you this. Oh, and I have something else. I probably am going to get up and go get that. So this little booger here, which is the good thing, this thing right here, I have this hanging up in my car. And this is what you would call like an anti-accident or an accident preventer type charm. And this is something that if you are newly licensed, or if you have kids that are just out driving, or if you're driving in an aggressive city like New York. I was driving a 16-passenger van in New York one time. It freaked me out. But I swear to God, I was cutting people off. I had no choice. So if you drive in one of those cities, and just even not necessarily just driving in one of those cities, but just to have that extra layer of protection when you're driving, this is what you need. This is what you need. This is what you need. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. This is what you need, because it's much cheaper to buy this than to have to buy a new car. And when I tell you, yes, I have been there before. I remember it was my first car I had bought right out of college, and the car was totaled. My then boyfriend, now husband, totaled it because it had a hairline fracture in the frame. Nothing was wrong with the car, but the hairline fracture. You could barely tell that it was touched. But I went through HE double hockey sticks to try to find getting another car, because that was insane. That was so insane. I still can't believe that. A hairline factory. So, yeah. And I tried to keep it, and they were like, no, you can't because it was illegal. And I was like, well, dang, this is so many years ago. But I wish I had this. I wish I had this. This is something, as you all know, or you may not know. I don't know. But I drive Uber. In driving Uber, I keep this in there. There's so many crazy people out here on the roads. And I'll tell you this, like one of the things that my parents always told me, especially my dad while I was driving, is that you gotta drive for yourself, but you also have to drive for everyone else. And so what that means is that when you're driving, you can't just pay attention to what you're doing. You gotta pay attention to what other people are doing too. And as long as you're doing that and you have this in your car, I promise you, you will be just fine. I have mine actually hanging on my rearview mirror just to give it that little extra precaution. And also too, because my husband drives with both of his feet. And it scares the crap out of me, but he has done that. Does anybody drive with both of their feet? I've never met anybody else that drives with both of their feet. So if you drive with both of your feet, drop it in the comments, because if not, he's just by himself. I love it. I have absolutely no idea how or why he does it, but that's how he learned to drive. That is how he learned to drive. You say, I know nothing, right? I know nothing about driving both feet either. I know. And so, yeah, I got to keep that in the car. I got to keep that in the car. And so let me tell you also too, is that if you have multiple cars, you are going to need multiple charms. Okay. And the reason why is because all of these products that I'm showing you actually contain items inside it for the spirit. I do. Oh, okay, you're a trucker. Yeah. So if you're a trucker, you got the clutch and everything. But no, he's not driving the clutch. This is braking with left foot, driving with the right. Ain't got nothing to do with the clutch. But yes, I get that. I get that if you're driving a manual transmission car. But all of these items have items that has things inside for the spirit. So it's like a battery. It's literally like a battery. It really and truly is. And the more that it's used, the more that it's going to run. It's like a self-regenerating, energetic battery, if that makes sense. All righty. I'm so excited because I also have something else too. I don't have it. It's downstairs, and I'm not going to run downstairs, because if I run downstairs, then my toddler is not going to let me leave. So I'm just going to have to show y'all another time. But what I'm going to tell you is that the other thing that I have, it is I don't know what I can say on here without getting like shadow banned on YouTube or Facebook. So I'm going to say it in some code words, but it is a male enhancement soap. Okay. So if you know somebody, and even if you know somebody that don't even need it, but they have always just, wanted to try it, then try it. There's no harm in that, but it is. Oh, thank you, Tom. But it is a male enhancement soap. So when I say enhancement, I'm talking more of the male member. So I have had a couple of people come and tell me that it's like, oh, okay, I notice a difference from their partner. So if that's something you want, don't forget, it is down here. It is one of my best sellers. It is one of my best sellers. And so I'm going to tell you how you use it. So pretty much you just take a little bit, you wash the area only, the male member only, and you don't like wash it to the point of full pleasure. If you get what I'm saying, you just wash it to make sure the good stuff gets inside. Now, I know people have asked me, and this is a common question I get asked quite a bit. It's like, what's inside of it? I will not tell you. I won't tell you. I won't tell you. I don't know. It might be against law, but I'm not going to tell you. But just know it works. Just know everything works. So yes, that is something that is on my shop. Okay, so again, that's down here. I have some other stuff that's on the shop too that I don't have up here with me. I don't know why I didn't bring everything up here with me. Duh, I don't know why. I kind of grabbed some stuff. I told y'all I'm sleepy today. I'm so sleepy. I was out. Whew. So there's an event that happens in my city twice a year, and it's called Furniture Market. So I don't know much about working in a furniture industry, but there's so many people that literally come from around the world to this little tiny city, because this city is known as the furniture capital of the world. I don't know, but anyway, so all these people come from all over, and literally the world. And so I tend to drive Uber, especially around October when they have it, and then when they have it in April. And so yesterday I was literally out for 10:30 a.m. to like 8 o'clock at night. And I wasn't driving the entire time, like I would stop and take breaks, but that just wore me out. And then I did that, but I also had an event that I came home and went to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I'm crazy, y'all. I'm crazy. See, look, Richard said, yes, see, I'm telling you that, oh, thank you. That soap, I'm telling you, that soap, you go ahead and make sure you got somebody on your Christmas list for that. Even if they don't need it, just give it to them. But, oh, you know where High Point is? Nobody knows where High Point is. Tamara, you know where High Point is. So anyway, so all these people come, and so I go out and I drive during this time because it is like a huge moneymaker. Other than that, it's like, it's freaking High Point. But anyway, that's why I'm tired today. So I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, so let's see here. What are we going to talk about next? Oh, this one. I don't even want to open this one. I have things in Ziploc bags. Oh, that reminded me that when you use any of these things, especially like this, the Legba charm, Lexington, okay, you down the street. You down the street. The dream charm, any of these things, and really this kind of just goes across the board for any kind of magical spell, spiritual stuff, is that you have to make sure your hands are clean. It's always good to make sure you're clean because you just don't want to transfer anything that's like from outside into your workings. And so always make sure that what they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. That is true. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I gotta get this thing off here somehow. Oh, there we go. I know I had a comment and then oh, oh yeah, the soap. The soap. Richard talking about using the soap, and they said you don't even need it. See, that's what I'm saying. People like guys will use it and don't even need it, but it makes you feel good. Just think of it as like the male self-love self-care, routine or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Oh, right. This is what I was talking about. So this right here is so funny because I was talking to my partner, and I was not my romantic partner, but business, and I was telling him, I was like, what is this called? The sugar honey iced tea charm. think of the letter sugar honey iced tea charm, because when you use this, all the literal crap and the energetic crap comes out of you. So like if you have ever been under like spiritual attack, I don't know if y'all can see this here, under spiritual attack, or have had somebody do something negative to you, or against you, hex you, curse you, whatever, then that's going to get it out, and it's going to come out in the form of bodily functions. But that's a good thing, because sometimes when people are like trying to hex or trying to do something, it can attach itself to the cellular level of the body. So yeah, that's something that you definitely need. Okay, so that again is on my Etsy shop. But yes, this is going to get it up out of you. Now there are some rules. Actually, there's a lot of rules that these things come with, but just trust me. Just trust me. The rules are worth it, because if you want to get something done and you're serious about getting it done, then I'm the person you need to come to. I got you. Oh, the total recall works amazing. Yes, the total recall, 100 dreams in the night. I know. Oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all something about the total. You know what? Okay, pause right a second. Don't leave. But I have to go get this recall. I'm gonna run. This is in my bedroom, so I have to go downstairs and get caught. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. again, closing my door so that I don't get interrupted. Okay. So, yeah, y'all still here? Okay. So, let me tell y'all real quick the recall. So, it'll either come with a label like this or like this. They're both the same size, they just look different. But this recall stuff, it is the truth. One thing that I forgot to tell y'all earlier about it is that anybody that's coming up against you, you will end up fighting them in your sleep. I tell you, I kid you not, I had the dream. The first night I used it, I had this dream. And I woke up and told my husband, it was like this action movie, right? Like we were on boats trying to get away. We were like kicking people's butt. It was so weird because I don't ever really have dreams like that. But when I woke up and I was like, yo, this stuff is the truth. Like I'm fighting like in an action movie on boats, getting away and like shooting people. It was weird, but it was good. So whatever person I was trying to get away from and fight, I feel better now. All right. So we talked about, it's the search and destroy. That's what it's called. But I always say the purge. It's like the purge charm, because you're literally purging everything out of you. So I got something for money. Everybody loves money. I love money. If you like money, say hey oh. Okay. Don't do that. But yeah, about the recall. Yes. So I got something, and this is absolutely, I used it for the first time today. Okay. I used it for the first time today, and it has me, okay, so my skin feels really, really soft. It does. It feels really soft. But this is one of the best. Before I even show y'all, I'm gonna keep y'all waiting. But before I even show y'all this stuff here and getting, if you are serious about getting your money, because I am, and sometimes it can be my fault because I get overly determined, if that's even really a thing. But if you're serious about working with Legba, getting your money, getting that to come in, then I'm going to show y'all real quick. This is the soap that you need. Hold on. You can see my little fingerprints in there, but this is the soap that you need. Okay. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. And this size container, this is going to like last you. Here, let me show y'all the label here before I show y'all the label, because there's a story behind that. But this size container, do you see my hand? I got a big hand, but do you see how big it is? This is enough. And this is the amount that I used in the shower. And I think I actually used too much. So you could see I barely dug in there, really and truly. This lasts you forever. But let me tell y'all about the label here. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me get it back closed. Okay. So this is not my story. This is my partner's story. But I'm going to tell you, is that three women showed him like really good information on making sure that your wealth is contained and your wealth is maintained pretty much. And it's through this soap that happens. So like I said, I only want people that are serious. Yes, last couple of months of daily. Yes, that's a huge container. I want to show y'all again. You see my hand? And you see how much I use? This is just one shower, and I actually dropped a little bit, so I really didn't need all that. But it lasts forever. And it smells very fresh. It's a fresh smelling soap. But if you're looking for anything, if you're just looking for something to smell good, and there's nothing wrong with that, like more aromatherapy. I mean, it smells good, but it's not like that, like strong perfume smell, because that's not the point of it. That's not the point of it. I have other stuff that I make for that, but yes, y'all need to get that stuff. You really do. If you don't get nothing else that I'm talking about here, that's probably the stuff that you need. Okay. Now, while we're talking about money. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't do that. Or they might demonetize me. Let me not say. All right. So this is for my online business folk. Okay. These right here, and actually, these right here, they're two separate charms. They're the same charms, but they're two separate ones. Okay. So here, I'll take one out. Got this one. And this one. They're the same thing. But what are they for, you may ask me? Well, good question. I will tell you what they're for. They are for my online business people. If you do anything online, really and truly, if you do anything online, this is something that you need. I can just tell you how much it's helped me just by having it in my presence. And yeah, it has been a huge help. So pretty much, there are some different ways that you would use this. Like this one is for garnering more online business. But then I have something else too. Let me show y'all for my physical business people. Okay, so if you have a physical place of business, then this is what you would need. Okay, and there's a few different crowd magnets that's on my shop right here, right there. But this one, and then like this particular one, you would hang up near your door to draw people in. And the other one, like I said, is just for online stuff. So I don't know about you, but especially during this time of like online shopping has taken just a little bit of a decline. I don't claim it for me, but I know trending wise that it's taken a little bit of decline, and that's because the population, the population is starting and has been starting to go back into stores more so because of what happened a few years ago. And so if you find yourself in that type of position, then that is what you need, right? Now, even if you have like a beauty salon, the physical store one is what you need to draw people in. If you have a restaurant, that's what you need, right? If you have a clothing store, that is what you need. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you real quick. These things ain't that cheap. They just not. So if you want a cheap solution, you're gonna get let me tell you this. If you want a cheap solution, yes, it may work, right? But there are other energies that you have to put into it. And I'll give you a perfect example. I have a Get Business oil. It works, right? But you do have to put in more work behind it, right? So whatever it is that you need, you still have some energy that you have to put behind it yourself. With these charms, the reason why they are a bit more expensive is because you don't really necessarily have to do a whole lot of work, right? And when I say work, I'm talking about using candles, going to do this, doing that, right? And I'm talking about like spiritual work. All you got to do really is just put it in your presence. I mean, you really can't beat that because now you're not running the risk of not doing something right, not saying something right, not following the instructions right. I don't know what I'm doing right. So that is for that. Now, if you want to use the oils, totally fine. Trust me. I love using my oils. I love making oils, but it really and truly just depends on how much energy you want to put it behind it or not. I mean, that's point blank, really what it is. Okay, so let me tell y'all real quick. There's some other stuff too that I think that you all should know about that I have. There's two things. There's two things, but I'm going to wait to show y'all that one. Yeah, I'm going to wait to show y'all that one. So there is a sexual purification soap that I have. And so also, when I talk about sexual purification, I also have waist beads to draw and attract money for my sexual workers. So can I say sexual versus sex? I don't know. Whatever. I get these birds are flying up here. I get so paranoid on what I can say on social media that I don't really know if I should say it or not. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of throw it out there and see what happens. But yes. So if you've never done any kind of self-cleaning thing or like self-cleaning thing, we're not ovens. If you've never done any purification or cleansing of the spirit, removing all of that stagnant energy, right, then this is something that you're going to need. And it's down here. And like I said, it's called the sexual purification. So now let me tell you this too. And this is really interesting. I was watching like this TikTok. There's guy was talking about how every time you have a baby, like your partner's DNA stays in your body. And I was like, whoa, whoa. And then you start taking on the characteristics of your partner that you had a baby with. That could be personality, that could mean physical attributes. That blew my mind. I gotta find that link, but that blew my mind. Like, I know that we still have the DNA inside of us if you don't cleanse yourself properly, and it can carry on, it can cause you to do things. But I didn't know about the baby part. But I don't know why I didn't think about the baby part, because I mean, it takes 2 DNAs to make a baby. Anyway, I don't know why I didn't think about it. But keep that in mind, especially if you need something to release and let go of anybody that you've been with in the past that is no longer serving you right now. Now, I'm not talking about, well, I mean, if you want to use it for somebody that you're currently with, I guess you could, but then that means you have to kind of cut it off. I don't know, I'm getting out of breath. So hold on one second. Let me pull this up. Oh, okay, so let me pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone so I can show y'all the listing so you'll know what I'm talking about. So you know what I'm talking about. I got so much stuff, y'all. I got so much stuff, so much stuff. I got like 400 listings on my Etsy. And so I'm trying to, let me put in soap. Let me type soap. All right, but if you have not, hey, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that picture? You see that? So yes, that is the picture. That's what it looks like. So if that's something that you want to go on there and find, by all means, definitely do. I was deciding on if I should put up individual links, and then I decided that I was too lazy. And so I said, okay, y'all just gonna have to go and find it. I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll be a little bit more prepared for a live shopping experience. But yeah, that's just what we're gonna work with today. All right, so I have so many other things up here that I want to make sure that I tell you all about. But yes, so this is a return to sender charm talisman, right? So this is something, and there's also that, well, yeah, so that's return to sender, but I also have knives. It's a set of 5 knives that's buried in the 4 corners in the middle of my yard. These things have been absolutely amazing. Now, if you don't have a yard to bury them in, then you can just hang them up in the 4 corners of your oh, thank you, humble introvert. You can work in you put it in the 4 corners or hang it up in the 4 corners of your home, and then in the middle, it will protect you from everything. Like everything. Nothing will have the opportunity to infiltrate your space. Okay, so humble introvert, thank you. You work with my manifestation oil. Any extra tips? Okay, so I will give you some tips, and if you heard them before, then let me know. But the manifestation oil is a really good general manifestation oil. So my suggestion is, first and foremost, make your intention very clear and very concise. So what I mean by that is, don't say, and this is just a really random example, but don't say, okay, I want a house, I want a car, and I want to build a business, and that's it, right? And so you have these 3 things, but even then, 1, it's not clear, but 2, it's too many things. So my suggestion is to work on one thing at one time, right? And then once you start to see the synchronicities line up to achieving that one thing, then I would say start on the next one. But even in that one thing, so let's just take the first thing out of, I want a house, right? Okay, so you want a house, but do you want to rent a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want a house, in 1,000 miles away? Do you want a house that's near you? Do you want a 4-bedroom house? Do you want a 3-bedroom, a 2-bedroom? So once you start looking at the broader picture, I'm going to give you an example here. Once you start looking at the broader picture and then narrowing it down, not narrowing it down to the point of exclusivity, like you'll just exclude other things, but just give the universe a good working, like give the universe something to work with, okay? So for example, before we had our house built, it was looking very grim. It was looking dim, grim, I don't know, whatever. It was looking pretty bad because the market was crazy. And it was like all these houses, people were selling them for, and people were buying them for thousands of dollars over the asking price. And I just could not see myself being okay with that. Like we put in an offer on one, and I was like, I just can't get, I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it. And so I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I am going to, because I was just going to visit, whatever my agent would send me, right? And so I said, no, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write out some specifics, and I'm going to be very clear and intentional on what I want to bring about. So I did that. And I will tell you, I guess on average, maybe out of, I wrote a lot more than 10 things, but I would say out of 10 things, we received about 7.5 out of those 10 things. And so I was happy. I was really happy, but I had to get very, very clear on what it was that I want, right? Do I want more land? Yeah, sure. I want more land. But then now that I see myself in here and how I ain't cutting no grass and how my husband is just like, hey, I need to cut the grass, and then it still needs to be cut, then I'm glad we didn't have it. So it worked out perfectly. I hope that helped, humble introvert. Let me know if you need any more suggestions or anything, and I will be sure to give you some more. And I thank you for sending me over the what is it? Super thanks. Yes, thank you for sending that over on YouTube. Okay, let's see here. So I have a couple of more things that I'm going to show you all. Sometimes I start speaking in fake accents. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so we talked about road opener, right? So we talked a little bit about a legba necklace, but then if you don't want a necklace, so you just, you're welcome, humble introvert. Yeah, if you don't want the necklace, but you still want specifically the road opener, not necessarily the necklace, but working with the exact spirit and, putting rum and smoke on it. I mean, it's still a good thing to do. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is the road opener charm, road opener, okay? And so this will make sure that all of your roads are always clear and open, and you are able to travel your path very clearly and be able to get and do the things that you want without any blocks and without anyone trying to throw a wrench, I don't know, something like that in your plans. I'm sorry, I was listening. It always sounds like something is in the walls in this house. And it's a brand new house. I don't know. But I was trying to listen to see what I was hearing. So that is something that you need. I have one more thing that I'm going to go over really quickly. I promised I'd take my daughter to Barnes & Noble because she loves books just like I did, and told her she's going to get one book. Don't get in that store and start talking about, please, can I get it? No, we get one book. You get one book. So you're going to have to make that choice very wisely. So that's why I'm getting ready to take her after I leave here. I'm having fun with y'all. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there and sticking in there with me. I am really working to get more consistent on being on live and doing videos. I have an entire content calendar that I need to go through because I have a lot more stuff that I need to put up, especially on my YouTube channel for instructional videos for products that I have. And just making sure that everybody gets, get the word, share the word, spread the word. House of Botanica on Etsy. We're in the top, I think, 0.1% of shops on Etsy, I think. So spread the word. We out here doing good things. We're doing really good things because you want to change the world one person at a time. And that person is you. Oh, I know, right? Oh, so one last thing. And this is especially for my life insurance people, my insurance people, period, where especially life insurance, where you may be going out to somebody's house and you're trying to get them to sign the deal, right? To seal the deal or in purchasing life insurance from you. Or, if okay, here's another example, because they would not stop coming to my door when we first moved in, are the solar panel salespeople. Yes, the solar panel, where they really do go house to house trying to sell. This is the charm for you. This is your traveling saleswoman, man, charm. This is for opening up those doors and getting people to open up their doors so that you can sell them. Okay, that is what that's for. And let me see here. Yeah, there's always somebody walking around here trying to sell something. And so, I mean, I'm not knocking a hustle, but I also put up a sign on my front door that says it's gonna pay for you. You're gonna have to pay $50 just to have me open up the door. It says a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I don't care about your politics, I don't care about your religion. And if you're trying to sell something, it's gonna cost $50. It's something like that. I found it off Amazon. It's hilarious. But it has dissuaded people from coming. Dissuaded? I don't know. Sometimes I make up words. From coming to my door until the witness. And when I say the witness, I'm talking about Jehovah's Witness, decided to write a letter to the house. Now, I wrote a letter back, and I really was getting ready to send it in the mail. And then my 2-year-old so graciously crumbled it up. So I didn't get to send it. But I think I'm going to rewrite it. I just haven't had a chance to rewrite it to let them know, yeah, thank you. Okay, now let me tell you what I believe. Oh, girl, yes, I'm telling you, I put that sign up, and one person actually did try and test my gangster, right? They came up to the door and nobody was downstairs. So I looked out my camera and I started talking out to the camera. I was like, how can I help you? And he's looking around like, how can I help you? Yeah, you don't need to be up here. I ain't buying it. I ain't doing it. But yes, I had so much fun with y'all today. We didn't even do no readings, but you know what? It's okay, because I had a whole bunch of stuff to get through. And if I didn't, if I had readings and questions and things like that, then we had the one. But yeah, I didn't have time. So we probably gonna have to do this again next week. I'm inching at that hour mark, and I really do try to keep it at least a little bit under so that I don't bore y'all. But yes, it was so much fun. Make sure you join me again back here next week on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Jennifer L. Watson Show. And then I might do the robot if y'all come back next. All right, see y'all later. Bye.